my loves, let's get straight into it. I'm actually so excited to be filming today's friendship reading. So I know I was meant to come out with like other videos first, but I have been getting so many requests to do this friendship reading, and so finally I caved and I watched IU's music video starring Taehyung, and I actually cried, you guys. Oh my gosh, what is going on? It was so heartbreaking, so sad. Like, I was literally bawling. Okay, anyways, it was amazing. And so yes, I thought that was a proper sign that I needed to do this reading first, and so here we are today. As usual, I just want to make a quick disclaimer that I'm not going to be divulging too much into their personal lives out of respect for them and for whomever I do a reading about in the future. If you guys are interested in joining me on Patreon, would like to get a private reading for yourself, or would like to know what cards I use in my readings, I'll have it linked in the description box below. But let's just get straight into it, guys. I'm going to start off the reading by seeing what is the overall energy of their friendship. So actually, let's start with this deck. What is the overall energy of their friendship? Oops. Oh, okay, that wanted to come out. Okay, one more. Just one more from this deck. Overall energy of their friendship. No, just one, please. Okay. So we have serenity and happiness. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. Okay. Two more. Just two. Actually, I just want to grab two more. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Wow. They work so well together. Like, okay, guys, literally the synergy between them is so great because they are both actually very similar people. We have the Eight of Pentacles upright, we have the Five of Wands in reverse, we have Serenity, Happiness, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the King of Wands. First of all, there is something about the way they work that is very professional. Okay, they're both very professional people, and they're both very hardworking people, and because of that they really respect each other. Okay, they work in a very similar manner. I also see that they look up to each other's talents, because with the King of Wands, they're both they recognize that fire inside them. Now, what I think is really great with the Five of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is that when they're together, it's very easy. There's no pretense. They don't need to work hard to try and get along or make small talk or anything like that, because it literally just flows. It's like the chemistry is there. You feel like you can be each other and just have fun with it. In fact, I feel like the energy is very playful, almost like childlike. So Taehyung feels like he wants to not perform, but almost like be like a jester, like joke around and make IU like chase him or laugh or things like that. Like it just feels very playful is what I'm trying to say, and the energy feels really good, very effortless. They're very hardworking people, like I mentioned, and there's this similarity about them. So anything else, guys, in regards to IU and Taehyung, just energy of their friendship? So we have bloom, self-care, and we also have replenish. Again, their friendship, the synergy between the two of them feels very easy. In fact, it feels like it's recharging. It's not difficult at all. So I think IU feels quite safe being around Taehyung, and same thing with him, because honestly, I feel like just their energy in general is quite guarded currently, like as in they're careful about who they let in and things like that. But IU feels very much open to Taehyung, and same thing with Taehyung. Very playful energy, super playful energy, but they know when to turn it on. And yeah, and she really looks up to his professionalism and his passion and his creativity, and the same thing goes to her. I think he finds her very charismatic, and she also finds him very charismatic too. So okay, guys, so now let's see, how does IU see Taehyung? 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 Just one, please. how does IU see Taehyung? There's a feeling of protectiveness, you guys. Literally, look at this. We have Hermit, we have Student, we have the Eight of Swords, then we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles representing IU. We have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So IU sees, again, we have the we have the Student, and we had the Eight of Pentacles earlier. So IU does really see Taehyung as someone that is so hardworking and someone that is willing to learn. She finds him very charming. There's this feeling that she wants to protect him. She sees that he is someone that is... Okay, I'm trying to find the right words for it, because when I do readings, I get energy hits. Like, I get a feeling, and it's energetically, and I'm trying to find the correct word for it, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. But it's almost like he's like a charming puppy, and he's bounding, and he has so much energy, and he's so sweet, and he's so loving, and he's so kind to everyone. But IU can see right through it, and IU sees that he's actually hiding his pain. Taehyung is not necessarily someone that will go out and say like, I'm going through a lot. No, like, he just kind of keeps it in. But because IU is very similar to him, and IU's been through similar things too, or IU understands that feeling, she can see right through the facade and what he's hiding behind his eyes. So she can see that with the Eight of Swords and the Hermit, he is kind of closed off, and he is going through something. And there's this feeling where IU around Taehyung feels very protective, almost like a big sister or like a mother figure, almost like, listen, I want to protect you, I want to make sure that you're okay. Like, she actually really cares about him, is what I'm seeing. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, I see that their bond is gonna last longer than just a little project. Like, especially with the Nine of Pentacles, I see that she wants to cultivate this friendship. She does really care about him, and she wants to make sure that he's safe and that he's okay. With the Wheel of Fortune, I see that with the changing of the seasons, she wants to have him in her life. She is very, very, very protective of him. And you know what she really likes about him is that he is so humble. She sees him as someone that is so humble and someone that is so clever and so wise beyond their years. And I think she sees that, even though he tries to hide it. He's like got that puppy energy, that bunny rabbit energy, like come da 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 da. She's like, I see right through you. But yeah, she's definitely very, very protective of him. Okay, so now let's see, how does Taehyung see IU? How does Taehyung see IU? Look at this, guys. Wow. We have Angel, Mentor, and Mediator. It's so funny how they have like straight away taken on that role of like student mentor. It really does feel like a big sister, little brother kind of relationship, kind of role. Like, they've taken on that role like naturally, automatically, without them even realizing it. But Taehyung really does feel like he has a lot to learn from IU, and he really looks up to her. He really respects her, but she respects him so much too. And, you know, like I mentioned, she is very, very protective of him. But anyway, so Taehyung sees IU as, we have Angel, Mentor, Mediator. Let me just grab some tarot cards. Boop. Okay, we have Strength, Three of Wands in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, just one, Ace of Swords in reverse, the Tower in reverse. Wow, oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm just gonna, you know, say it as is, but it really does feel like when Taehyung met IU, he was going through a lot. So the moment he met her again, like, as in, because I am getting the energy that they know each other prior to this, but I'm just talking about current energy. So when he crossed paths with her again, he was going through a lot. Okay, because we have the Three of Swords in reverse, the Tower. Let's not talk about the reverse. Let's just go from the Three of Swords, the Tower, the Ace of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So there was this feeling where Taehyung was quite heartbroken. A big event had just happened in his life. He felt like he couldn't necessarily think clearly or look forward in life, get excited about life and things like that. And actually, what IU did is that she came at the right time and provided a lot of strength and guidance for him. She was literally like an angel. Like, helping him. Like this thing that he did with IU, this project that he did with IU was actually so beneficial and so helpful to him because it took him out of his mind or his situation and was able to like not just be a distraction, but also be something that he was excited to do. Okay. Also, the great thing about IU is that Taehyung sees her as someone that is so impartial and so wise beyond her years. She is able to impart wisdom and give advice that is like, you know how some people can be really overshadowed by who they love or who they're rooting for. So let's say that, you know, a friend goes to you and tells you that they're going through a really, really difficult time with their significant other. And it's so difficult for you to be impartial because you want to root for your friend. So even though your friend says, you know, yeah, but they're upset with me because, you know, they saw that I was flirting with this other person, but it didn't mean anything. I was just being nice, you know? And maybe your first instinct would be like, of course, you're just such a friendly person or whatever, you know, because you are emotionally invested in your friend. But IU, even though she's, let's say, emotionally invested in someone, she's able to say like, no, that was wrong. Okay, you need to be able to see it from their perspective too. So there is a way that she sees things, okay, that is very fair. She's able to see things in a very pragmatic way. And that's actually what Taehyung needed in that moment in time. So she has respect for both sides of the party. She has respect for all the people involved and the situation and how delicate the situations can be. So this is something that has given a lot of strength to Taehyung. So I think this is why also their bond is a lot stronger, because this project came at the right time. This is something that Taehyung really needed and was able to help him get past whatever situation he was in. And so this is actually really, really beautiful, you guys, because when we asked how IU sees Taehyung, we had the Hermit and the Eight of Swords. So I think IU was the one who actually approached Taehyung to say like, hey, is everything okay? Because she could see that he was going through something and he wasn't sharing it. So he was only going like, he was like, hey, ha ha ha, he, he, you know, but she could see right through him and say like, hey, what's up? Come, let me help you. What's going on? And actually she was right, you know, inside he was going through a lot. He was going through a huge tower moment. He wasn't able to think clearly. His heart was obviously, you know, going through a lot. So I think this is something that is so beautiful, you guys. And again, like I mentioned, there is such a strong protective energy surrounding them, especially IU towards Taehyung. Like she feels like, I mean, he sees her as a mentor, but there's this almost like big sister kind of energy, like I'm gonna protect you, mother energy. But yeah. Okay, guys, so let's see what's next for their friendship. So what's next for their friendship? Just one more. Just one more. Ooh, okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, the Chariot in reverse, the Sun, the Empress, and the World. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just realized how many major arcanas are here. We have literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas out of 6. They're gonna be friends for a very, very, very long time. Okay, so the Chariot in reverse came out first. So for their friendship right now, it does feel like there's a little bit of a pause button. It's not moving as fast as it should, but I think it makes sense, right? I think I just did a Q&A video on my Patreon, and one of you guys asked me about Taehyung being in the military, so that makes sense. Obviously, if someone's in the army, in the military, they're not going to be able to like meet up and, you know, catch up over coffee, things like that. So that makes sense. But we have the King of Pentacles, the Star, the Sun, the Empress, and the World. It's funny I said mother energy, like a big sister mother energy, because we have the Empress here again. So I honestly feel like in the future, also IU is going to be a constant source of nurturing, kindness, and love in Taehyung's life. And I feel like she is not someone that sugarcoats things. She can say it as is. She has a strong pentacle energy, very, very strong pentacle energy. That's why earlier we got, you know, we got strength, yes, but we also got the Queen of Pentacles and we also have the Nine of Pentacles. So she is someone that has a very, very like pragmatic energy. She'll say it as is. So there's a bit of tough love going on, but it's what he needs. It's what Taehyung needs in his life is what I'm seeing. So I do see that their friendship is going to get even stronger, especially with the Sun and the Empress right here. I feel like their love for each other is going to grow stronger. I feel like they're actually going to experience a lot of things together in the future. So this is, I'm not putting a timeline in this, you guys. Sometimes when I do friendship readings, it's like 3 months, 6 months. I'm just seeing the future of their friendship and how it can evolve. And I do see that this is a lifelong friendship. I see they're going to experience a lot together. I see they're going to have a lot of adventures. They're going to maybe even travel the world together. This is definitely like a once in a lifetime bond. So with the King of Pentacles and the Star, it really feels solid, a solid friendship. Like a friendship that really has the footing to last a lifetime, you know, one of those types of friendships. And I also do feel like it's a friendship that feels like family. So it does feel like over time, it is going to evolve and become more of like a family kind of relationship. Yeah, they are very low-key people, like as in, I think it's the kind of friendship where they could literally just be in the same room and not necessarily talk to each other. They're just doing their own thing. And the reason for that is because with the Sun and the Empress, I feel like they can be completely themselves around each other. They're comfortable. So they don't necessarily have to, you know, think about or worry about filling the gaps or the silence and things like that. But anyways, guys, I do think that this is such a beautiful friendship. Actually, let me just grab one more deck. Anything else in regards to IU and Taehyung? Yeah, we have Virgo, we have Pluto, and we have Mars. Again, with Mars, I do see this is very protective energy, okay? So I do see that that care does very much feel like even like family, where I want to make sure that you're okay kind of thing, you know? I want to defend you. I want to make sure you're okay. I want to be there for you. And with Virgo is very like acts of service kind of love. So the love language of their friendship feels very much like acts of service. So they're not necessarily going to be like words of affirmation where they're like, oh, you're so good, you're amazing, wow, you know, whatever. Maybe, you know, sometimes they'll say, oh, you did so good, or wow, you're so clever, or you're so talented, things like that. But more so, I think it's acts of service. It's like, you know, if someone's going through a really difficult time, let's say Taehyung gets a call at 3 a.m. He's like, yes, what can I do for you? Is everything okay? It's like that. Or, you know, IU will go out of her way to support him in some way, things like that. And I actually do think that this friendship is a very transformative friendship, especially with Pluto. It arrived at a time when someone was going through a very difficult time. Like we saw Taehyung was going through like a tower moment when this happened. And yeah, so it makes sense. You know, sometimes we go through a really difficult time and the universe brings forth to us people that we may need in order to help us on our journey. And I do see that IU was the perfect friend or companion that will definitely help in Taehyung's life in the future together. You know, it's a very transformative friendship. It's a very beautiful friendship. I love it so much. Very protective. Oh my gosh, a million times protective. Also, I just want to say, with the King of Pentacles right here, Taehyung is also has also got very much earth energy, okay? He's also like pentacle energy, just like IU. And so with IU, maybe she might look soft, but she's actually very protective and fiercely loyal to the people that she loves. And Taehyung too, you know? So it does feel like if IU were to one day, you know, say like, hey, you know, you haven't met my significant other, you have to meet my significant other. Taehyung's like, am I gonna like him? Is he good to you? You need to tell me, like things like that. So it's very sweet. I love the energy of their friendship. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Again, if you guys want to join me on Patreon, would like a private reading for yourself, or would like to know what cards I use in my readings, I'll have it linked in the description box below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.